Good.
Thank you all for being here. Thought we had a spectacular show with a spectacular crowd. The crowd here, maybe the stars of the night. But I thought it was a spectacular show from start to finish. From even the matches before coming on the air with Takeover, all the way through the tag match. Maybe the match of the night just was crazy good. Just everything all the way through. The shock of Finn Balor being here. Johnny Saint's a genius. Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley, I thought having a wonderful match. Just given the fact of everything that Tony's been through, injury-wise, personally, everything else, I thought she had a spectacular night. And then Joe Coffey and Pete on the end. Pete proving why he is this brand right now to me. And I think that Joe Coffey proved the point. Somebody said to me backstage it was like watching a boxing match inside of a car crash, which I thought was a unique way of putting it, and I thought it delivered on that level from a just an aggression standpoint. And then who knew Eddie Dennis was that strong? I certainly didn't. Picking up Dave Mastiff and slinging him around, and then Walter walking out at the end to stake a claim. When you think NXT UK can't get any bigger, the stars just keep on coming in, and the desire to be here, I can tell you right now, is very high. A lot of people trying to walk in the door. It's about delivering product, not delivering hype. So, and that's what we do across the board. When NXT letters are on it, it delivers. So, with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Heads up questions. We'll start with James Elo.
James Elo from the Green Position. You mentioned the crowd and how fantastic they were tonight. What do you think when they chant things like Vince McMahon, are you watching?
I wondered how many questions in we would get before that question got asked. It's funny that Pete Dunne just said to me backstage, when I heard that chant, I just wanted to get out of here. Look, the beautiful thing about what we do is exactly that. You express your opinions. You express it vocally and loud. We are the first product, I think, in the world where that crowd participation was not just a part of it, like boo cheer, whatever. That's a sport, but it's what we go after. I'm not saying directly that chant, right? But it's the participation of what we do. It is the involvement. In sports they talk about being the I'm not a big sports fan, but whatever. What is it? The sixth player on the court or whatever, right? Like whatever that is. And here, man, there is much a part of what it is, right? Like an awesome crowd can make something unbelievable. Something good, unbelievable. An awesome crowd that has the energy that was here tonight can turn something great into just magic that you'll never forget. And part of that is that ability to express your opinion, no matter what it is. And I believe that I just saw that Vince tweeted out, yes, I heard you, and yes, it was awesome. That's what it is. I love it. I love it, and I want them to do that every single time.
To that end, anybody up that end of the question? Yep.
Yeah, Ian James from the Press Association. When you look back at your career and the highlights that you've had in and outside of the ring, coming out at the very end, the first ever NXT UK takeover, how does it compare after the roof came off the place?
So for me, that wasn't about me. I was just back there and I watched those guys come back, and to me, I just wanted to take a minute to come out and go thank you, right? Blackpool, this started in Blackpool 2 years ago. We came here and said we're gonna build an empire, and they were the bricklayers, right? So I wanted to just, here we are 2 years later. It seemed like a long time while it was happening, but here we are 2 years later. Weekly show. NXT UK champion of Pete Dunne, 600 plus days. Rhea Ripley and now Tony Storm as NXT UK women's champion. New tag team champions. A weekly show. A PC here. Built an empire. off the back of that reaction. Trust me, if we'd have been here the first time and there would have been no reaction, it might have taken a lot longer than 2 years. So this is what it's built on. It wasn't a plan. I didn't intend to come out. There was a moment, and I was just like, I just want to go out and go like, thank you very much, like appreciate it. I love it. Please give us more, and we'll continue to give you more. So it was just a raw moment. As far as how it compares, it's apples and oranges, you know. But I think Sean would echo this statement. I think William Regal would echo this statement. I think Matt Bloom would echo this statement. Anybody that's been in the ring that now comes to this side of it, it's as much, if not more, gratification. It's people joke about it all the time. They call me Papa H or whatever. And like, it really is. It's the difference between going out there and winning something yourself and then watching your kids do it, right? The feeling is totally different. Both are as rewarding as could possibly be.
Up to the send again, to Spain.
Hello, Paul. Congratulations for the best show in the history of the sports entertainment here in the United Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
What is the next step to NXT?
You know, I say it every time we do one of these, whether it's in the U.S. or whether we do it here, the next step is to try and beat the one you just did. It becomes difficult, right? It's just trying to go out there and deliver the best product you can. Being a fan. I sit back there and I'm a fan. I watch this stuff. And just, what do I want to see? What would I want to create and go do it? It's listening to them. But it's what the next step is just as big as it is right now, making it bigger. Again, that's very good because I know that's not your first language. That's very, very good. Yeah. It's quality. Because quality question delivered in a quality manner. You should be proud of yourself.
We go back to that end. Any more questions from that end? We've got Emma right on the end. Got a question.
Hey, just what does it mean to you personally? Because you always post pictures. You know how proud you are of your superstars. You post pictures of them on your social media with the title. Just for you personally, what does it mean to you?
It's awesome. You know, it's creating the future of this. It's creating in some way, I'm just a kid sitting home, watching on my couch, thinking this is the greatest form of entertainment I've ever seen, and wanting it to continue, wanting it to be bigger than it is now, wanting every kid out there to have that opportunity. If he's sitting on his couch, if she's sitting on her couch watching this, I don't know why I always say couch, like chair, whatever they're sitting. But if they're sitting there watching this, and they're like me, when that match got done tonight, when the show got over tonight here, you know, I'd go home, I'd go in my room, wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be geeked out of my mind, up all night, just buzzing. I want them to be, if that's their passion, and they think this is the greatest form of entertainment of all time, I want to go try to do this. Then we're going to give you the path to get here and live that dream, right? And when they do that, it's magic, and it's the coolest thing in the world, because you know what it was to you. So to see them go do that, it's hard to describe how cool it is.
Front center, Alex.
Alex from TalkSport.
Say it loud so everybody can hear. Sorry.
Alex McCarthy from TalkSport. I just
I'm
wanted
bring
to...
promo class in here.
There we
You
go.
guys talk louder.
I just wanted to ask a question about Travis Banks. Obviously, he missed out tonight. It was an amazing moment for Finn Balor to come in. Was he okay? Was it purely a booking decision? How did that go down?
It's about launching a brand tonight. He was extremely cool with it. You know, the betterment for, right, that put a lot of eyeballs, and it puts a lot of stamp on the brand and what that means for Finn Balor to come here and do that. And it's certainly not the end of that story, right? No. They're going to get their moment, exciting moment, and all that stuff. Part of me hates taking the moment away from him, but it's for the betterment of everybody, right? So you have to do what's right for everybody in the brand and all that stuff. And his, you know, in some way, everybody worked hard tonight, but his sacrifice almost means more because it was for the betterment. He saw the big picture, and when we told him, he was like, oh yeah, no, okay, that's great. You know, this is for the betterment for everybody. And I think everybody knows it. You know, one of the cool things about NXT and even the Performance Center brings it out. I think you heard Pete say it the other day. Everybody coming together now. It used to be they were just all guys that had worked shows together before and hey, how you doing, whatever. And now all of a sudden they're working in this PC together and they're a team. They're working together. It's a different vibe. It's a family. It's a team. It's working for a greater good and a cause, which is really what all this is, right? It's about the overall product, not the individual, and that's the way he took it, because he's a pro, you know.
Thank you. We're going to go international. So who from the international guys? Right, William.
International women. I'm just saying, she's got a question. No, we'll go here first. We don't want to ruin your authority because you went there, but.
Sure, William from Al Arabiya, Middle East. So, do you have a specific plan on to when the next takeover will happen? Is this going to be a yearly thing, or are you still waiting for certain measurements of success?
Can I just enjoy this one? Right, can I just leave here and go like, yeah, that's cool, get on my flight, whatever, you know what I mean? You just got to figure it out now, right? There's clearly a plan in place. There's clearly a next step that we've thought of, but it really depends on where you are tonight as to where you go in the next steps. You know, a lot of these talent are going to come over to the U.S. I think you've seen Worlds Collide promoted, and you know they're going to come over to the U.S. During Rumble weekend, and we're going to do a lot of stuff there with 205 and NXT and NXT UK in a tournament. WrestleMania weekend they'll be a big part of. There's a lot of next steps as far as individually a takeover here. We got to go back to figure that out. So there's a little bit of planning that needs to take place strategically, where we want it and how we want it.
How about one extra?
Good choice. Yeah.
I'm Kay from BC One Extra. Would you consider cross-brand NXT and UK?
Yeah, I would consider anything, right? To me, you never say never. A wise man taught me that a long time ago named Vince. Never say never, and you just go where you want it to, where you think everybody wants it to go. Could that happen? Yeah, I do think. I want to establish this. Right? We establish that. I want to establish this. There's other things we want to establish and get them going. But at the right period of time, when they're built up, nothing cooler than having empires go up against empires, and right. So, to me, there's that opportunity, and who knows what form that takes. But when you talk about global, it seems almost like some kind of World Cup. You know what I mean? And that could be very meaningful.
One more international. We've got two more, so we'll just do one international and we'll come back here. You're not international, you're Scottish.
It's kind of international.
It's almost close. Any more international guys? You got any questions over there? No? Nothing from Italy? Right. Let's go Neil. Daily Mirror.
Neil Docking from Daily Mirror. There's been a lot of interest, a lot of talk, a lot of interest in WWE in signing Walters for a long time. What were the issues, if there were issues, in getting the deal over the line, and what do you think he's going to bring to the brand now he's here?
I don't know if it was issues as much as it was just like there was a really cool moment down the line to debut him. It's sometimes you just want to hold your powder, you know. I think he brings everything Walter brings to the table. You know, it's an interesting thing when you're signing talent coming in, especially coming off of indies or having a reputation on the indies. Being on the indies and being here, being on a world stage is a different thing. Just like going from, you know, an NXT brand to a Raw or SmackDown. There's transitions. Some fit better than others. It's a different thing. Are my expectations really, really high? Absolutely. He has all the potential in the world to be a big star on a global basis. So I think he brings a lot to the table, and I'm really looking forward to getting rolling with it. You know.
Last question, unless it's a bad one.
No pressure. Kerry McIntosh from the Daily Record and Inside Ropes. We talked yesterday, kind of at length, about NXT and NXT UK and the idea that they're not lower than the main roster or Raw and SmackDown, and that there's kind of an idea of having it all be within the same umbrella in different parts. And a lot of people have been kind of talking about it, sharing about it ever since you said that yesterday. So I have to ask about the end of tonight's show when we saw Pete Dunne and Walter face off. One of the inevitable questions might be, is that something that maybe could be on the Takeover of WrestleMania weekend?
because we saw Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate in Chicago before. Lots of people called it the match of the year. Is that something that you guys may be thinking about? I mean, you're not going to tell me right now, but like, is that something that you think could be?
No, you're right. good prediction there. Yeah, look, again, never say never, right? So, as that weekend comes closer, you know, as Brooklyn comes closer, which is sold out. Yes, I think. I don't, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a definite possibility of doing that. I expect that to be huge. I expect the build on that to be epic, and I expect it to be huge. But we'll see the direction it takes as well. It doesn't mean just because they stood in the ring and looked at each other that it's a straight shot, right? So we see how that plays out. It's a funny thing in today's world, though. Everybody wants to fix now. This is stupid. Why don't they do that? No, because I'm going to do it here. And like, you know, go along for the ride. Take it. Sometimes, you know, you just put the giant loop-de-loop in the front end of the roller coaster. It's not as cool as if it's at the end, right? Like, just go for the ride. Enjoy it.
Guys, that's it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate the support over here. Thank you.